I hate to break it to you, Prince Harry, but we saw the skid mark in your family's drawers centuries ago. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller. One of my viewers wanted to know my thoughts regarding the trailer for Netflix's new documentary, Harry and Meghan. Now, this new documentary from Prince Harry and the Duchess of Ratchetness Meghan Markle is meant to try to expose all of the dirty dealings that are going on in the royal family and all the dirty dealings going on in Buckingham Palace. Now, your Prince Harry has been scrambling to try to get this documentary delayed so that it would not go out here and tarnish the royal family so close right after the death of the Queen. Unfortunately, Netflix has a contract with your Prince Harry, and since they've gone out here and given him and the Duchess of Ratchetness Meghan Markle a large sum of pounds, they are going to go out here and air this documentary and go out here and air it when they agreed to air it, and your Prince Harry is basically terrified of these revelations coming back to embarrass him and the royal family. Your Prince Harry has been on a tear going out here airing a lot of the royal family's dirty laundry after he seems to have found some skid mark drawers inside of the Queen's hamper and the hamper of his father, now King Charles. And now he wants to try to find a way to get the stink off of the royal family, and he wants to try to tell Netflix not to go out here and reveal that dirty laundry and show the world that the prince's drawers are full of shit just like everyone else's. So your Prince Harry is scrambling about trying to keep this documentary off the air and trying to keep a book that he had written with scathing commentary about the royal family from being released. Unfortunately, what your Prince Harry doesn't really seem to understand is that once you write a contract and agree to it, both sides are bound to the terms that they have agreed to. And no amount of scrambling to try to clean things up isn't going to keep people from seeing how stink the shit is that your Prince Harry is trying to go out here and show everyone when he reveals these skid mark drawers from his father, King Charles, and the drawers that he's going to reveal on the Queen. So your Prince Harry basically is in a bit of a pickle after putting out this so-called documentary where he's talking about how he's going to blow the lid off all of the dirt as related to the royal family. The reason why I am laughing is because your Prince Harry thinks he's going out here and making some major revelations as related to the racism in the royal family, when all he needed to do was go out here and get himself a history book, and he would find out that his family just hasn't been racist inside the royal family. No, his family is the first family of white supremacy. And as the first family of white supremacy, they have been practicing racism ever since the crown got its jewels back, way back in the 700s or 800s. So the royal family has been practicing racism and white supremacy for centuries, but he's come up and making us believe it's a major revelation that it's a problem when your first family of white supremacy has been participating in racism. They were the ones who basically created the caste system right in the United States when they were endorsing the slave trade in the Atlantic, and they were the one who created the caste system in India when they colonized India. Not to mention, your royal family signed off on all of the racism that goes on as related to the apartheid system. So as the royal family has been out here for centuries, they have been participating in racism and white supremacy. Unfortunately, your Prince Harry is just coming up on this whole revelation because he decided to go out here and get involved with the biracial Meghan Markle, And when he decided to try to marry her into the family, that's when he got the shock of his life when he found out that his family was racist. I mean, this is what your Prince Harry is starting to realize about his family, and he's thinking it's a major revelation. Well, it wasn't a major revelation for most of the other people in the world who have been oppressed by much of the racism, and he wants us to believe he's going out here and showing us something brand new as related to the skid mark draws that the royal family has, but he's not showing us anything new, because we all know that the royal family has always endorsed racism. They created the foundations for racism and white supremacy, and the only thing that's got him upset is that he wants to go out here and get involved with this Duchess of Ratchetness, Meghan Markle. And what he believes is that this Duchess of Ratchetness, Meghan Markle, they are going out here and they're going to blow the lid off something. No, you're not really blowing the lid off something. All you're just doing is realizing that you are not going to get any of those benefits of the white supremacist system that your family is a part of, because you are out here looking to try to get even with the royal family, basically because your mother wound up passing away due to getting involved with this royal family. Now, that's the big issue that your Prince Harry really has as related to the royal family. He's mad, he's upset because his mother got involved with this royal family and did not really get to enjoy her life. Now, your Diana got involved with this royal family, hoping to go out here and gain some sort of wealth and some sort of benefits. Unfortunately, what she married into was a family where there was no love, because when it comes down to the royal family's primary focus is maintaining the system of white supremacy, and her job was to go out here and provide your Prince Charles at the time an heir to the throne. So her job was to go out here and provide him heirs to keep the system going. And what your Harry didn't understand is that's what really upset his mother, because his mother thought she was going to get into a loving relationship with your Prince Charles, but your Prince Charles was focused on business, and he already had a side piece, Camilla Parker Bowles, who was out there to meet his emotional needs. So outside of him going out here and finding somebody in the royal bloodline to provide him with some seed to make some heirs, that's the only purpose Diana had, and sadly, this is what led to your Diana becoming extremely despondent, because she herself suffered in the system of white supremacy, because that's what that system is. Unfortunately, this is the deal his mother signed up for, and what your Prince Harry wants us all to know about are all the so-called secrets as related to the first family of white supremacy and how racist and white supremacist it is. Well, that system, again, has always been there, but sadly your Prince Harry has never figured out that he is a part of the biggest system, the biggest founders of white supremacy, and he's sitting there thinking, oh, I'm going to go out here and blow the lid off things now that I am no longer part of that system, because they all started showing how racist they were in his eyes, because he went out here and brought himself a biracial black woman and brought this biracial black American woman to the royal palace. Well, the whole thing was that these people were racist far before this, and they have been racist for centuries, because this is the culture of your royal family. I mean, what did your Prince Harry really think? He thought that, that this whole kingdom, that it was all pomp and circumstance? No, it wasn't pomp and circumstance, because the reason why he's been able to live that privileged life is because the crown has signed off on much of the torment and suffering of people all over this world. That's what your Prince Harry has been that's what your Prince Harry doesn't really understand. And he wants us to sit there and say, oh, that they have been fabricating stories. Well, most of what they call history has been fabricated by the royal family, and your royal family has been creating scandals because that's what they do. That's what they do. But you can't tell this to Prince Harry, who thinks he's blowing the lid off the royal family. No, Prince Harry, all you're doing is getting your eyes open to the system of white supremacy. And now that your eyes have been opened and you realize what this system is, now that's why you're scrambling about trying to go out here and trying to close that lid, because you are afraid of losing more of your benefits now that you have been taken out of the royal family, and now that King Charles is in charge. What you're afraid of is that King Charles is going to make life worse by possibly sending you to Harlem to go work in the former King Charlie supermarket, which is now the National Action Network. So that's your Prince Harry's great fear, that if he goes out here and exposes his father's dookie drawers and his mother and his grandmother's dookie drawers, he may go from being relieved of his royal title to being removed and disowned by the royal family, and there he'll have to go out here and try to scavenge an existence with the Duchess of Ratchetness, Meghan Markle. And your Duchess of Ratchetness, she's not innocent here, because what she is upset about is that she thought, oh, the royal family was going to be this great melting pot like America. She thought she could walk into the royal family and be integrated into the royal family, and she had these delusions given to her by most of Madison Avenue and Hollywood, which sold us the whole idea of a princess, and she thought she was going to come into the royal family as some sort of black princess. Well, no, these are the people who created the system and rules of white supremacy, and when they saw your half-black Duchess of Ratchetness Meghan Markle, all they saw was a ghetto hood rat, and that's not of anything as related to her so-called education and pedigree. These white supremacists basically saw a black woman, and they wanted to let that black woman know what her place was in their system. And again, they were not going to put a black woman in the same level as a white woman. And what exacerbated the problems with the royal family was your Meghan Markle thought she was going to come in like an American woman, come in and dominate this family, and the entire family and all of the staff there basically showed her that as the first family of white supremacy, her place was going to be beneath them, and they participated in letting her know what her place was. Unfortunately, your Prince Harry couldn't see this because his testicles were inside of the Duchess of Ratchetness's Birkin bag, and as they were in the Birkin bag, he was sitting there thinking, oh, his family was so bad, but his family has been bad from minute one since the inception. And again, we have your Harry talking about how he's going to try to blow the lid off of all of these different things as related to how dirty the royal family was. Well, you're just hitting the surface as related to the dirt, because all you need to do is go pick up a history book, because once you pick up a history book, Prince Harry, you're going to find out how dirty your family is. And I wonder, Prince Harry, if you're so upset about all of the dookie drawers that your father has crapped in, well, what's your position on reparations? That's a critical question I would like to ask your Prince Harry. How do you feel that you should go out here and compensate foundational black Americans like myself for all of the slavery that my ancestors suffered, all of the discrimination and oppression we suffered during Jim Crow and segregation, and the current and ongoing discrimination that foundational black American men like myself have endured in the white supremacist job market? Are you willing to go out here and stand up for cutting a check? Because if you're not about cutting a check, basically, Prince Harry, you are full of shit. And I say you're full of shit because if you want to go out here, you want to make money with Netflix, but are you willing to cut a check to pay for some reparations for all of the people who have suffered here in foundational black America? are you willing to cut a check for those people? Because if you're sitting here going out here telling me, oh, the family is always been racist, the royal no, you can't come here and just say that they're racist. No, we already know that they're racist. Are you willing to atone for that evil by standing up and talking about reparations? Because all I see this documentary as is one big cash grab by the Duchess of Ratchetness, Meghan Markle, who saw that she could not go out here and be the boss chick as a princess, and because she could not live her princess dream, now she's out here on her own, looking to make a fast dollar on Prince Harry's name, and she wants to go out here and make that cash. But if you're really genuinely about the royal family and all of the evil, you would be out here talking about providing tangible reparations, and that would be a serious statement from your Prince Harry. But I believe your Prince Harry, again, is just as full of it, because he wants to go back to his lifestyle where he can go out here and live well at the expense of foundational black Americans who provided him and his family with that lifestyle as related to the slave trade and all of those other places where the royal family has colonized, like India, Hong Kong, and many other places. And he wants to sit there and make this documentary trying to show us some so-called truths about a family that has always been playing dirty. Well, I hate to break it to you, Prince Harry, your family has always been dirty. Your family's hands have always been grimy. And again, you only saw a little taste of it when you introduced your biracial black wife into the royal family in an effort to try to really show how bad this family was. Well, again, that's how the business of your family has been going for centuries, and you're not showing me anything new at all. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you wish to request a video, you may send in a donation to the Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. And if you would like to pick up some of my positive black fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, you can find all of those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on other online booksellers across the globe, such as Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That is all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella. Discover the dark side of love in this goth and lovely romance with Spinsterella. Get Spinsterella in paperback and e-readers at your favorite online bookseller today.